Let's talk about printing in presentations in Just Play. The first thing to note is if I have a play or a terminology that is inactive, when I go to hit print all items, those inactive plays will not appear. To make sure that they show up, we just have to make them active. I can do so by clicking on the box on the left-hand side and making it active. Let's hit print all items. This takes you now to a format where we have three different options for you to print from. You can print diagrams only, and we have two full play page options. Let's start out by going over our diagrams only. The first thing to make note on the right-hand side here is how we have a header. This header appears at the top, my QB install. So over here on the right-hand side, if I want to turn that off, I can do so by hitting none. Our orientation is landscape. If I select that, I can switch back and forth between portrait and landscape. Right now, I'm printing off all of my diagrams in my system, or in this presentation. One play per page. If I would like to change that, I can do so on the right-hand side under my frame display by selecting how many rows I would like and how many diagrams per row I want to have. I chose 3 by 2. So you can see I have 6 diagrams per page. Right now my diagrams are being stretched on the right hand side. I can uncheck that and they no longer stretch. I can also change that view to a portrait view so it prints out cleaner. Right now my diagrams are going from one play, slice H rub, right to the next play, 26-27 read. If you would like to have those plays on separate pages, on the bottom right hand side under breaks, we can do so by checking start play on a new page. And now you can see we have slice H rub, extra diagrams, moving on to our 26-27 read. Let's go back on the bottom right hand side. You see this fill with blank frames on the bottom right. I have that checked with a college field canvas. So if I have extra space on the page, the diagrams will show up with that field setting. If I do not want to have field diagrams, I can uncheck that, and now I just have a blank page. This is printing out the diagrams only. Let's go back and check out one of our full play pages. In this view, you see the header at the top, our notes, assignments, and then all the diagrams in our system. Let's look on the right-hand side and talk about a few points. You see this term values in the header on the right-hand side. Right now I have it checked on. Up here on the top on our header we have these different terminology tags that I assigned to this play. If I uncheck that, that will go away. We work down here, our play notes are checked on. I uncheck that, my notes on the play go away. I check that, my notes appear. Additional diagrams I have checked on, so I have my extra diagrams to that play. We have our borders checked on. If I uncheck that, the borders to the diagrams go off. We also have our assignment table that is checked on, and you can see that right in the center. I can also change that to 2 columns to save space if I would like. Let's look at our third option, printing full play plus the main diagram. In this view, we have our header at the top. We now have our first diagram of the play, our notes, our assignments, and then extra diagrams. If I scroll down, you can see my next play on page 2. We have our 26 read, okay, with the first diagram, again, the notes and the assignments and the extra diagrams. Let's talk on the right-hand side on our play display. Right now we have the title as the play name, 26-27 read. I can change that to different options right here on the right-hand side. If I go to none, that totally goes away. Below that we have our subtitle. Right now it's on frame name, which is the diagram name for these plays. When you're ready to hit print, select your print icon at the top right, and you're ready to go. And that's printing presentations in Just Play.